Welcome to the CA Help SACE tutorials. The following are supplemental training walkthroughs to assist you as you navigate the SACE platform. For additional information, visit our SACE resource page on the CA Help website. Ready? Let's get started.
Let's talk about SACE Service Tracker from a provider role. Service Tracker can be used to track all delivered and non-delivered services from all assigned providers and case managers. Service Tracker is also a convenient way to track service minutes as it pertains to the IEP requirement of the IEP implementation. As a provider, choose Service Tracker from the black navigation bar. As a provider, you will have 4 options: delivery, assessment, rosters, and reports. Let's choose delivery. From the delivery screen, you will find all students that are assigned to you as a provider and/or case manager. At the top of the screen, you can choose to look up one student through the filter options. From here, I'm going to type in first name and last name. I'm also going to choose service code. For this example, I'm going to choose 415 language and speech. I'm also going to choose not to include ended services. From here, I will choose the blue Find button. At the bottom of the screen, confirm you are working with the correct student and choose from the icons on the left side to proceed. You have the option of viewing the IEP with the open folder icon, viewing the student record through what we call the blue man, and delivering service through the icon that looks like a paper airplane or the deliver icon. Let's choose that. Next, you will be taken to the delivery screen. As you can see from my sample student, there are already multiple delivery entries listed, but let's add a delivery. On the far right, choose Add Delivery. On the Edit Delivery screen, you will see the name of the student, the service code and description, 415 language and speech, and also the sessions and frequency that was pulled from the IEP on the services page. Moving back to the left, you will have a date field. You can add up to 10 dates in this field, but it is recommended to be mindful of waiting 2 weeks to complete this information. In this example, I will choose one date. To the right of the date field, I will choose what type of delivery was given, either individual, group, or consult. For this example, I'll keep individual. Under the delivery code, we will talk about several scenarios and when to choose. Scenario number 1, delivered. I will choose delivered from the delivery code, and the total amount of minutes for this session is 60. Next, I will choose which district, if applicable. And if I need to leave any comments and/or case notes over to the right, you can choose case notes. You can fill in both of those. Please be mindful of the certification information at the bottom. I certify under my professional license, credential, or scope of work. The documented services have been performed. I understand that this is my sole responsibility to maintain documentation that fully discloses the service's detail, outcome, and progress toward the IEP or IFSP goals. I will maintain a hard copy record for my signature. Now that I'm ready to save, I will turn over to the right-hand side of the screen and choose the Save button. It will bring you back to the delivery screen. As you can see, here's my 8/5/2025 service delivery line. From here, you have more icons starting on the left-hand side. The pencil is your edit button, trash can is your delete, comments for any additional comments, and notes for the last icon. Here you'll see the date, that was 8/5/25. The attendance code for this one was delivered. The delivery type was individual. Minutes delivered were the full 60 minutes for that session. You will have your district here, your school of attendance here, the date it was added, and who it was added by, and any last modified by. That was scenario number 1, delivered. Let's go through some more scenarios based on the drop down under the delivery code. Let's add delivery again. We'll choose a date, make sure our delivery individual group or consult has been chosen. And under the delivery code, let's talk about absences. Be it excused absence or unexcused absence, the student was not available that day. They were not at school. You are still going to enter the minutes that they would have received. That would have been 60. Make sure you add your district. And any comments. Student was absent. Any case notes as necessary, and then choose Save. Now you can see 8-6 has the excused absence, but it still shows the minutes that they would have received. Scenario number 2. Let's talk about non-participatory, or scenario number 3. We're going to add our date. We're going to make sure our individual group or consult has been chosen. And under the delivery code, we're going to pick non-participatory. With this one, non-participatory can be used for several reasons. One reason could be that the student refused services. So you were scheduled for service, student was supposed to come to your location, and they refused service. You are still going to mark the minutes the student would have received. So for this session, I still am going to add 60 to the total minutes because that's the minutes for that particular session. Adding your district as needed. And any comments. Student did not participate because they refused service. They refused the session. Case notes if needed, and then of course hit Save. Now we have on August 7th a non-participatory. Another reason for a non-participatory could be that there were partial services provided. So in this case, we're going to put 2 entries in on the same date. So in this example, I have my date. The session, remember, is 60 minutes weekly, so maybe one time a week, for instance. 60 minutes. I'm going to put my delivery in. So for this session, the student only was able to be provided services for 30 minutes of the 60-minute session. So I'm going to put in first the minutes that were delivered. So I'm going to choose delivered, but I'm only going to put in 30 minutes. I will put in my district. In the comments section, I will make sure that people will know that there was only a partial service provided. Case notes as needed, and then hit Save. That's the first 30 minutes, August 7th, right here. However, we did not complete the full session. So I'm going to add another delivery. I'm going to choose the same date. This time I'm going to say non-participatory. The student did not finish the session for whatever reason, and there was still about 30 minutes left. So I'm going to add that. I'm going to choose district. I'm going to put the comments in about why it was a non-participatory or partial services were delivered, any case notes that are needed, and hit Save. So now you can see on August 7th, I have 2 entries. Part was delivered for 30 minutes and part was non-participatory for 30 minutes. So that's a scenario where you have partial minutes or partial minutes served. Another scenario for non-participatory could be a school function. So we're going to add delivery. We're going to put in the date. Make sure that we have our delivery of individual, group, or consult marked. And we're going to mark non-participatory and still put in the minutes the student would have received. This is all building the minutes that were delivered and non-delivered for 100% of the minutes that are showing on the IEP. Put in my district as needed. The comments I'm going to put here is why the student was non-participatory and what type of school function it was. School functions can be examples like field trips, minimum days, testing, sporting events, sporting teams, all of those kind of things. Non-participatory for school functions. Add that to your comments, case notes if necessary, and choose Save. If you find that you are documenting multiple refusals of service or multiple non-participatory events, please make sure you reach out to your director and decide what the internal process will be. It could be that you need to hold an IEP to discuss the multiple non-participatory days that are happening. Another scenario in the drop down, and I'm going to pick another date. I'll just pick this one over here, is provider absent. In provider absent, in the case where the provider was absent and there was no substitute available to cover, you will need to enter the information as usual and choose provider absent from the delivery code dropdown. You will still enter the minutes the student would have received. So I'm going to put 60. Because these minutes need to be made up, please refer to your district for internal processes in this case. This is the case when there was not a provider and not a substitute. Still make sure you put in the district, comments, case notes, and save. If there was a substitute, the substitute should leave notes on services that were provided, and the assigned case manager or provider can enter that information with a delivered as a choice for the delivery code. We're going to go ahead and save this, making sure I pick my district. And you can see we're coming back to the delivery screen. So let's return to results. From here, as I'm looking down at this student, and as I scroll over to the right, under total delivered, you will see a pie chart as you hover over the hyperlink. Here, now you can see the total delivered minutes and all the breakdowns of minutes of excused absences, delivered. It gives you all of those percentages that you'll use as part of your IEP implementation. It also shows you the remaining minutes as well. Let's look at another scenario. We'll go into the airplane for deliver. We're going to add another delivery. We'll put in our dates, making sure our delivery is picked, delivery type is picked, and then we'll go through another scenario. Compensatory time. Compensatory time are service minutes that need to be provided as a result of a due process or settlement agreement. Please make sure you confirm with your director before proceeding. Once you have that confirmation, then you will add the total minutes per session, the district, comments and case notes, and save as usual. And here is where you have all of your minutes that are being tracked. Thank you.
Thank you for watching. If you found this tutorial helpful, you can find more SACE walkthroughs on our CA Help YouTube channel. We'll see you next time.